Good morning, friends. I'm Sylvia, the crafty old lady. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all well and happy and healthy. I have a new overhead camera stand, tripod thingy, and I'm realizing I'm going to have to keep my stuff slanted in order to make it look straight on camera. So I need to figure out really how to use this, but I wanted to try it out today, and I already bumped it. And I can see that if I move my desktop, you're going to shake. Well, anyway, as you know, we have this pocket in my journal right here. This thing does make it easier for me to make sure I'm still on camera, though, I'll tell you that. And I have this tag that I'm going to put in there, but of course I want to decorate it. And then you'll remember we had this little pocket. Oh, it's like a tiny library card pocket. And I have this tag that fits in like this. But it's too tall, so I'd have to cut the bottom off a little bit. And I have this one, which I don't know, I feel like it's too dark, so I don't think I'm going to use this one. I still have to make sure I look at my camera. So we're going to cut this one down and use it in here. And then I have this one that I thought was really cute, because canning, a lot of people do canning at the end of summer, early autumn, and we're going to use this tag for in here. So it does need a little bit of decorating. Sorry, I wasn't looking. That's going to go in this pocket. And I do need to decorate. So let's figure out where we're going to put this little pocket. And I had previously kind of looked through this is the second signature, and I had found this page, and I thought it looked perfect on this page. And do I want to put it on the corner or the middle? Middle of the bottom. I want to say it's going to be a little bit hard to glue it down in the corner here, but it would leave more room for pictures if I do that. So, and then this is too close to the tag, although I could put it on the tag, or the tab. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. I will glue it right onto the tab. And then I can have room to put more pictures or other things, on the page if I want to. So let's do this. Oops. Okay. And it's going to go right here. That looks okay. So he's going there. And now I have this, also have a library card pocket that I thought I would cut down and also put in here with the tag possibly. So I am going to cut this down, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think it's going to fit. Might have to. Yeah, that's the only problem with these. I have to remember how wide my little library card thing is, but let's see. Move it over to here. And I still think it's going to be just a teensy bit. Maybe not. Oh, it fits in there, so that's good. And it still has all the writing on it that we need to have written on it. Just need to, definitely don't want this on the bottom. I'm going to cut off a couple of rows. And maybe like this. And let's see how that looks. So there, that looks pretty cute. So do I want this in there too? Maybe I'll find another spot for this, because this is a library card pocket after all. So let's keep that like that, and I can journal on that, or I can just write my name and Autumn Junk Journal, and then I can put the date down here. Okay, so that's settled. That's going there. I could ink it. I'm not sure I really am going to like the look of it, but let's ink it to match with this. It's a little bit white compared to the background of this, and that's the only thing. I could put some, actually I think I'll put some tea on it, and oops, maybe that's what I didn't want to do. I think I'm going to just try to put a little bit of tea over it with a paintbrush, and try to make it more off-whitish. So what I decided to do was just mix up some instant coffee and water. I thought I had a little leftover tea in my cup, but apparently my husband washed the dishes. So I'm going to do this. I just mixed a couple of spoonfuls of instant coffee into water, and now I'm just going to kind of brush this on, and I don't want it too dark, so I'm going to blot it off in a minute, and I think that will fit much better instead of being totally white. Should probably do both sides. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's definitely better. It doesn't look too distressed, but it definitely matches the background better, but I do think I'm just going to go ahead and leave the back white. I don't want this to get too saturated. So there. Do that, blot it off, and let it dry, and then I'll put it in. Yeah, I think that was a good idea. Let's move this out of the way and figure out what we're going to do with our pockets. One of the, or not with our pockets, with our tags. This one I needed to cut off a little bit, so we need to get back to that page where it is. And okay, I think I'm going to cut it off probably about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And see, yeah, more like 3/4 of an inch. Let's see how that looks. And one of the things I like to do with tags is use my fabrics as patchwork. So, but I don't think I want to sew it onto here. This is very little to sew on. And I don't want the lines, and I don't want to have to use 2 tags. So I think I'm just going to cut out some squares of fabric and glue it onto there. And I seem to have lost my big giant tag. Or maybe I left it in the book. Maybe I left it in the journal. Oh, yeah. I could do the patchwork on this one. I could do a patchwork of fabrics and a patchwork of papers. And I think that is what I'm going to do, like a grid. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I have my little patches cut out. I'm going to put some glue on them, and I did decide to stitch around them, and then I can glue another tag onto the back of that if I choose to do so. So let's just, whoops, let's just carefully put these on with some glue stick. And it's really hard to get things straight, as you know, for me. So let's put our little mushroom right here, and we're going to put, I need to move this over just a teensy bit. I hope I didn't not cut things the proper sizes. This is going to go right here, and the pumpkin goes here. And maybe I'll put the pumpkin on the other side. I wonder if that will make a difference. Okay, the pumpkin's gonna go there. This one I'll put here, or this one. Maybe that's good. I'm doing it different than I did before. And we'll put this one up here, like so, and like so. Okay. Hopefully that will fit okay, and I won't have to cut another piece. Yeah. And then this one I'm just going to put right across the top, like that, and cut it off. That's how we make this patchwork quilt. Okay, now we'll turn it over, maybe a little lower. I think it needs to be a little tiny bit lower. There. Okay. Cut off our extra pieces. And sew. I wasn't planning on sewing, but then I just thought it would look better if I did. We got that. Let's cut this side. Now you can leave the edges raggedy, like, if you don't care. I want mine to line up, and we'll take it over to the sewing machine. Does that have a string underneath it? Yes. See that? Okay. And that's supposed to be under that one though. Okay. So I'm just going to sew around the edges and like that. Alright. Alright, so I have done the large zigzag stitch all the way around the edge except at the top here, and then I realized here that I didn't have the dial all the way exactly at the zigzag, so it messed up a little bit right here, but whatever. That's the way it is. I did the little zigzag stitch across and then a straight stitch down. So that's it, and it looks like this on the back. I'm going to cut some of the strings off the back because I decided to leave it as it is. I can journal in between the sewing lines, and that's going to go in my front pocket. And I think that's a good pocket to be in the front because it's pretty and it's really got that handmade look. I did add a couple of fabrics that were not in the book already, and I believe it was this one. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't use this as a tab or this one as a tab. Now, I forgot I have to punch a hole in there, but we can do that now, and I can do that off camera. But let's see how it's going to look. It's going to go right in here. Got to move everything over so you guys can see it. That's going to go just like that, and I think that's really cute. And I'm going to use a fabric tie. I'm going to use this as the tie. I think that'll be cute, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, so let me do that off camera and I'll be back. Alright, so there we have it. I had a yellow eyelet that I put in there, but you can't even really see it. And then I decided to use a brighter fabric for the tie. So that's going to go right in here, just like that. And now we can do some patchwork paper on this little tag. I have to get my papers cut out first though.